Welcome students. In the last lecture we were discussing the various parts of a Python program, and in this lecture I am going to discuss one of those important parts, and that is variables and the ways of assigning values to those variables. But first of all you need to know what is a variable. A variable is a named memory location that refers to a value and whose value can be processed or altered throughout the program. Children, you know that whenever we need to store some data in RAM, okay, so what happens in RAM, you are allotted a memory space, and that memory space is the place where your value gets stored, but that memory space is having a memory address with the help of which you can refer to that location throughout your program. But it is not possible for us to memorize the memory addresses of RAM, because these addressing scheme vary from one system to another. So the solution to this was to give a user defined name to that memory location, whichever is assigned to your variable in that case, and then use that name to refer to that value throughout your program. Okay, so that is why a variable is a named memory location. Now you know children, this RAM, everything that you store inside a program gets stored in RAM, because RAM is the place where calculations take place. Okay, so suppose this is the structure of RAM, because RAM is in the form of a grid. Okay, and whenever you want to store some data, these data gets stored in one of these cells. Okay, as per which memory is free, according to that you are allotted the memory cell to store your value. Okay, and then to refer to that particular cell, you don't know which memory has been allotted, but you know that yes, some memory has been allotted, and with the help of what I am going to refer to that location is the name that you will give to that memory location as per your requirement, that is using identify naming rules. Okay, so suppose I take a variable a with value 5. Okay, so this means that the variable a is storing value 5. So there will be a memory location in RAM. Suppose this one is free right now. So this memory location is assigned to my variable to store the value 5. So 5 is stored at this place. Okay, now I won't be using the memory address of this location to make my program. Rather, I'll be giving a name to it, and see what name I have given to this location, A. Okay, so A will be the name of this location. Okay, now if you change the value of A, suppose you write A is equal to 10, then what will happen? 5 will be replaced by 10, and means 5 will be simply replaced by 10. So I should write it here only. And now if you print the value of A, it will be 10. So that is why you can see it is a memory location which is given a name. That is why it is called a named memory location that refers to a value. See, it is referring to a value or not. Okay, and this value can be processed and altered throughout the program. So variable is something whose value keeps on changing from time to time. Then the next thing is how to create a variable. Now you know what is a variable, but how to create it in your program. So the syntax is variable name is equal to, means the assignment operator, and the value. Now there are some certain things that you need to know about this statement, that this variable name can be anything as per identify naming rules. So you can keep any name for your variable, but you have to follow identifier naming rules, which you have already studied in the video of Python fundamentals. Okay, that is the tokens. Okay, now this can be any name as per identifier naming rules, which means it can be user defined. Okay, and now this is the assignment operator which has to be there in the declaration of any variable, and then this value can be one of the literals. Literals you have already studied, and you know that there are various types of literals. First is integer literal, float literal, then boolean literal, then non-literal, then floating literal, so string literal. So all these types of values can be given to the variable. Okay, so let us take an example. Suppose I want to create a variable of float type. Okay, so what will I do? Suppose I want to create variable p and give it the value as 3.14. So what will happen? There will be a memory location where 3.14 will be stored, and p will be referring to this location. Okay. Let us take some more examples. So right now I created a variable p with the value 3.14. Okay, now suppose I want to create a variable who is storing string type, string literal. Then in that case, my variable name I have taken as a and the value I have taken as Ravi. Okay, in the same way, suppose I want to give an integer value to my variable, then I keep the name of my variable as g and I give the value as 20. So see, all these examples are following this syntax, that is the variable name, then assignment operator, and then the value of any type. So this is basically a literal. Okay. So now we are going to discuss certain important points regarding the creation of a variable. Right now you have seen how to create a variable, and for creating a variable we write the variable name, then assignment operator followed by value. But there are certain things which are special about the Python variables and which make Python variables a little bit different from the variables present in C, C++ and Java languages. Okay, so the first thing is that Python variable cannot be created unless some value is assigned to it. Means in order to create a variable, it is mandatory for you to give some value to the variable at the time of creation only. But this was not the case with other programming languages. There you can just declare the variable whenever you want and then assign the value whenever required. Okay, but here it is important for you to assign the value as soon as you want to create a variable, because without giving the value, variable cease to exist in memory, and in that case if you try to use that variable, then in that case you will get a name error. Let us see an example. Suppose I want to create an integer variable age to store age of a student. Okay, so I keep the name as age and I give the value at the same time. But if I don't give this value, I will be raised error. So suppose I have written this line in front of the prompt, and after this if I print age, it will give me the output as 17. But in the same situation, if suppose I have given only age, okay, and I have not given any value, then what will happen? As soon as you will press enter key and execute this command, it will give you error saying that name age, means age is an undefined variable. Age is undefined variable. So you cannot create a variable unless you assign value to it. Then the second important point is that Python variables are not storage containers just like they were in case of C, C++ and Java languages. Rather, they are like memory references. Now, what does this mean? See, in case of languages like C, C++ and Java, whenever you used to have a variable like a is equal to 5, okay, then what used to happen? There used to be a memory location where the value 5 was stored, and a used to be the name of this location. So this a behaves like a container within which you can keep a value. Okay, but this is not the case with Python variable. Now what happens in case of Python variable? They are like memory references. This means that you will have a memory location where this value 5 will be stored, and this A will be at some other location. Okay, and A will be pointing to this location. Clear? So here you can see that this variable is pointing to this location instead of becoming the name of this location. Now if at the second line I write B is equal to 5, then what will happen? B will also be present at some other location. Okay, and B will be pointing again where 5 is stored. So no matter how many variables you create which are storing the value 5, all those variables will be pointing to the same location where the value 5 is stored. But you know what used to happen in case of other languages? If these were the two statements, then what used to happen there? 5 and the name is A. Then another 5. Okay, and the name of this location is B. So you can see Python variables are requiring only one memory block to assign values to two variables. But here you can see you will have the same value, but still A is having another copy of 5 and B is having another copy of 5. So this was the difference. This is another difference between Python variables and variables of other languages. Then the next important point is that Python variables follow dynamic typing instead of static typing. Now before understanding it, you must know what is static and dynamic typing. You know children, in case of static typing, a variable is set to a particular data type, and once it is set to a particular data type, you are only allowed to assign that kind of value to that variable. This means that suppose you said that my variable will be an integer variable. Okay, so in the beginning you said it is an integer variable, so now throughout the program you can assign only integer value to that variable. You cannot assign any other type of value, say string value or float value to that variable. But in case of dynamic typing, it says that okay, right now you have made the variable as integer variable. After some time, if you want, you can give another type of value to that variable, and I will accept it, and there will be no problem. So let us see it with the help of example. Suppose in case of static variable, you said that my variable is A. So this is the case with other languages. You know, in case of, you can say C, C++ and Java languages, you used to declare the variable in the very beginning, and once you used to declare it, then after this, since you said that this variable is going to store integer value, so you can assign 20 to it, you can assign -30 to it, you can assign 50 to it. But if you want, you can't assign 3.14 to it. And even if you do assign, what will happen? ये 3.14 neglect कर देगा और सिर्फ 3 इस वैल्यू का ले लेगा. Means once you made the variable an integer variable, you cannot assign any other type of value to that variable. And if I talk about their memory representation, what used to happen? This also you make sure. Suppose this is the memory location allotted to the variable A. जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि C, C++, Java languages में वेरिएबल उस जगह का नाम हुआ करता था, लाइक अ स्टोरेज कंटेनर. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहली वैल्यू मैंने A को 20 दी. ओके, so after this I have given the value -30. So this -30 will replace 20 like this. Okay, then A is equal to 50 means you will replace -30 with 50. Then A is equal to 3.14. Like I said, in this case it will not receive 3.14, it will only receive 3. So okay, this is the case with static typing followed by languages like C, C++ and Java, and this is their memory representation. Now I am going to show you what happens in case of Python variables, and see how the work and the memory representation is different in Python variables. Now compared to this, suppose in case of Python variable you don't have to declare any data type. जैसे कि यहाँ पे मैंने कह दिया int है, हमें कोई ये चीज़ बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. We simply create a variable by writing the value. और इंटरप्रेटर क्या करता है, इट सीज दिस वैल्यू एंड अंडरस्टैंड्स दैट ए इज एन इंटीजर वैल्यू वेरिएबल। तो वैल्यू को देख के उसने ये पहचान लिया कि मैं किस टाइप का वेरिएबल हूँ। नाउ आफ्टर दिस इफ यू राइट द स्टेटमेंट लाइक ए इज इक्वल टू रवि, now instantly this a will convert into a string variable। ठीक है, अभी इस लाइन के पहले ये इंटीजर वेरिएबल था, अभी ये स्ट्रिंग बन गया। इसके बाद अगर मैं लिख दूं a is equal to 3.14, again it will not show me any error, instantly it will convert, means Python will convert this variable a into a float variable। ठीक है, now after this if I assign some other value, suppose I want to assign 20 to it now, so now it will again convert into a integer value। मतलब जो वैल्यू आप जिस समय दे देंगे ये वेरिएबल को उस टाइप का बना देगा और आपको कभी किसी चीज में प्रॉब्लम नहीं करेगा। दिस इज कॉल्ड डायनेमिक टाइपिंग। नाउ सी द मेमोरी रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ दिस वेरिएबल इन case of Python। Okay, so the first value that you gave to the variable a was 5, and a, you know that Python variables are like memory references, they are not like storage containers, so a is pointing to 5। as soon as you assign this value Ravi to the variable a, what will happen, it will stop pointing to 5 and it will start pointing to the place where Ravi is stored। okay, now when you execute this line, it will stop pointing to Ravi and it will start pointing to a new location where the value 3.14 is present। okay, and when you execute this statement, then again a will stop pointing to 3.14 and it will start pointing to 20। this is a very very important point about Python variables, their memory representation, remember। and after this line, you know, if I again assign 5 to it, 5 to a, what will happen, a will stop pointing to this and it will again start pointing to 5। clear? now one thing you need to remember about dynamic typing, क्योंकि आप किसी वेरिएबल को किसी भी टाइम पे कोई भी वैल्यू दे सकते हैं, तो आपको एक चीज का ध्यान रखना पड़ता है। एंड दैट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट कि अभी अगर मेरा वेरिएबल इंटीजर है तो आप सिर्फ वो ऑपरेशंस करो जो कि एक इंटीजर पे पॉसिबल है, जैसे कि डिवीजन। यस, डिवीजन इज पॉसिबल इन केस ऑफ इंटीजर। सो आप इस वेरिएबल पे ऐसा ऑपरेशन कर सकते हैं, यूजिंग सम अदर पेन। आप इस वेरिएबल पे ये काम कर सकते हो, अलाउड, बिकॉज ए इज एन इंटीजर। बट आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूटिंग दिस लाइन, अगर आपने ए पे ये ऑपरेशन करने की कोशिश की तो आपको एरर आएगा, क्योंकि स्ट्रिंग्स कैन नॉट बी डिवाइडेड बाय 2, राइट। तो हमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ये चीज़ याद रखना कि हमारा वेरिएबल इस समय पे किस टाइप की वैल्यू कंटेन कर रहा है और फिर हम उस वेरिएबल पे उसी टाइप के ऑपरेशंस कर सकते हैं। सो राइट नाउ आई सेड दैट you must remember that what kind of value a variable is possessing at a particular time, and then you must perform only that kind of operation which is possible for that type of value. So it is very important for you to determine what kind of value my variable is right now having, क्योंकि जब हमें ये मालूम होगा कि हमारे वेरिएबल में कैसी वैल्यू है, तभी तो हम उस पर राइट टाइप ऑफ ऑपरेशन परफॉर्म करेंगे, right? So how to determine the data type of a variable at any point of time? For that we have a function in Python called type function, and the purpose of this type function is to determine the data type। मतलब किसी वेरिएबल में इस समय किस टाइप की वैल्यू स्टोर्ड है ये पता करने के लिए हम इस फंक्शन को यूज करते हैं। Now let us take some example। Suppose मैंने सबसे पहली वैल्यू ए को दी 5, ओके। सो यू नो राइट नाउ दिस वेरिएबल ए इज एन इंटीजर वैल्यू, इंटीजर वेरिएबल। सो इफ आई वांट टू सी इट्स डेटा टाइप, ठीक है, सो आई एम राइटिंग टाइप ए, Okay, and what output will I get? Carefully look at the output. Class int. You will get this sort of output on the output screen indicating that this a is right now an integer. तो अब आप उस पर बस ऐसे काम कर सकते हो जो कि एक इंटीजर पे हो सकते हैं. ठीक है. Now after this if I write a is equal to x, y, z. Now I am assigning a string value to my variable. So if I check what is the type of my variable a, then what will output come? It will give me the output as class str, indicating that a is a string variable. Okay. Now after this, if I write a is equal to 3.14, okay, and I want to determine what type of value a is containing, so I write type a again, and what output do I get? Class float. Okay. Now in the same way, if you assign the value false to the variable a, then it will give you the output as class boolean. So you can give any kind of variable and you can determine what type of value it is having at a time. अभी आप सोच रहे होंगे तो अभी तो मैम ने इंटीजर दिया तो पता करने की ज़रूरत क्या है. बट व्हेन यू आर मेकिंग अ प्रोग्राम, ठीक है, एक प्रोग्राम में बहुत तरीके के ऑपरेशंस होते हैं. ठीक है. अब उन ऑपरेशंस को करते करते आपका वेरिएबल की वैल्यू बदलती जा रही है. तब आपको ये नहीं मालूम होता कि हमारे प्रोग्राम में इस समय पे मेरे उस वेरिएबल की किस टाइप की वैल्यू है. सो इन दैट केस दिस फंक्शन इज यूजफुल. Then the last important point is that with every Python variable you have two parameters attached or associated with it, which are called L value and R value. L value refers to the objects to which you can assign a value, and R value refers to the values assigned to a variable. Let us understand it with the help of an example. So suppose if I have a is equal to 5, then in this statement 5 represents the R value because it is the value that is being assigned to the variable a. Okay, that is the meaning of the word R value. Okay, and this is the L value, means the object to which you can assign a value. मतलब जिसको आप वैल्यू असाइन कर सकते हैं वो L वैल्यू होता है, और जो वैल्यू आप असाइन कर रहे हैं वो R वैल्यू कहलाती है. किसी भी वेरिएबल की R वैल्यू और L वैल्यू का मतलब समझ में आया. नाउ one thing more about L value and R value is that R value can always appear on the right hand side of a variable. मतलब right hand side of a variable नहीं, assignment operator. तो values will always, R value will always appear on the right hand side of the variable, whereas L value can appear on LHS as well as RHS. मतलब हमारा ये जो L वैल्यू है ये LHS में भी प्रेजेंट हो सकता है और RHS में भी प्रेजेंट हो सकता है. तो let us see an example where here you can see that L value is on the left hand side. Generally it is on the left hand side, but you can have it on the right hand side also. For example, if I write B is equal to A. Now in this statement A is actually a L value. देखिए A तो L value थी ना, and what is happening? The value of A is getting copied over B. So in this expression B is the L value and A is also a L value, which is already having some R value. And what is happening through this statement? R value of this L value is getting copied over this L value. मतलब इस L वैल्यू की जो R वैल्यू है वो इस वेरिएबल की L वैल्यू में स्टोर हो रहा है. ठीक है, लेकिन अगर मैंने ऐसा कोई स्टेटमेंट लिख दिया 5 is equal to A, this will raise error क्योंकि असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर असाइंस राइट हैंड साइड वैल्यू टू द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वेरिएबल. तो यहाँ पे आप R वैल्यू को L वैल्यू दे रहे हैं, विच इज रॉन्ग. क्लियर? So these are certain important points which you must keep in mind while creating any variable in Python. So now you have understood how to create a variable, and now we come to the point where we need to learn how to assign values to a variable. Now till now you know that how to assign value to a variable. You just write a is equal to 5 and then 5 value gets assigned to the variable a, and in this case what happens, assignment operator is used, and the work of assignment operator is to assign right hand side value to the left hand side variable. Okay, so this is what is there in this way of assigning value, that assigning a single value to a single variable. So example of this one will be like a is equal to 5. So you are assigning 5 to the variable a. Okay, now see the second way of assigning value to a variable means assigning same value to multiple variables. Means we are going to give a single value to more than one variables. मान लीजिए हमें a, b और c तीनों variables को value 10 ही देनी है. Then there are two ways of doing it. One, the traditional way is write a is equal to 10, b is equal to 10, c is equal to 10. Okay, but in Python you have the liberty to do all this work in a single line by writing a is equal to b is equal to c is equal to 10. So this line will do exactly the same work which is happening in these three lines. Okay, so you can assign same value to multiple variables with the help of this kind of a statement. And what will happen? First of all, 10 will be given to c, then the value of c will be given to b, then the value of b will be given to a, and in this way what will happen? All the three variables will be given the value 10, and see their memory representation. You will have 10 at one memory location. Okay, and a will be pointing to this location, b will also be pointing to this location, and c will also be pointing to this location. Why I am every time displaying the memory representation? Because this will help you when you will solve output based questions. So in this case your variable a, b and c all are the L values, because these are the objects to which you can assign a value, and 10 is the R value because this is the value that is being assigned to these variables. Then the third way is assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Means we will be having multiple values and we will be having multiple variables, and we have to assign those values to these variables. Okay, so for this, suppose you want to assign the value 3 to a, and then you want to assign 5 to b, and you want to assign 10 to c. So if you want to do this entire work in a single line, in case of Python it is possible. It was not possible in case of other languages. And how do we do it in case of Python? We write a statement like a comma b comma c is equal to 3 comma 5 comma 10. Yes, here you have to be sure about the sequence of the variables and values, because how the values are assigned, the first value on the left hand side is assigned to, on the right hand side is assigned to the first variable on left hand side. Then the second value is assigned to the second variable. Then the third value is assigned to the third variable. So in this order the values are assigned from right hand side to the left hand side variables. Now there are certain important conditions in this type of assignment. The first thing is that number of variables on the left hand side should be equal to the number of values on the राइट हैंड साइड. मतलब अगर इधर 3 वेरिएबल्स हैं तो इधर 3 वैल्यूज भी होनी चाहिए. आप कम वैल्यूज नहीं दे सकते, यू विल बी गिवन एरर. आप कम वेरिएबल्स नहीं लिख सकते, यू विल बी गिवन एरर. बट येस, वन थिंग इज पॉसिबल, दैट इफ आई सिंपली राइट a इज इक्वल टू 3, 5, 10, तो यहाँ देखिए एक ही वेरिएबल है लेकिन 3 वैल्यूज हैं. सिस्टम को यहाँ एरर देना चाहिए लेकिन वो आपको एरर नहीं देता, क्योंकि जब भी आप कॉमा सेपरेटेड वैल्यूज लिखते हैं तो पाइथन उन कॉमा सेपरेटेड वैल्यूज को एक टपल मान लेता है. देयर इज अ कॉन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड टपल इन दिस लैंग्वेज. तो वो उसको एक टपल मान लेता है अपने आप. and then it assigns that tuple to this variable a, तो यहाँ पे वो एरर नहीं देगा और इसको टपल के जैसा कंसिडर करेगा. बट you will be taught about tuple later on, so we'll leave this thing, but it is an important point. Okay, so this way we assign value. Now the most important thing is remember the sequence in which these values are assigned, because now I'll be making you do some certain questions, and in that you will see the application of this kind of assignment in the questions. Now one thing more about this kind of assignment I want to tell you, that yes, the number of values on the right hand side should be equal to the number of variables on the left hand side, but the type need not be same. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर आपने a को 3 वैल्यू दी है यानी इंटीजर वैल्यू दी है तो आपको b और c को भी इंटीजर वैल्यूज ही देनी है. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई कैन राइट इट दिस वे आल्सो, एक्स वाई जेड इज इक्वल टू 3.14 कॉमा just 5 and then Ravi. So see, in this case x will get the value as 3.14, y will get the value as 5 and z will get the value as Ravi. So x is float, y is integer, z is string. So you can assign different types of values also to the variables on the same line. Now let us see certain questions based on the ways of assigning values to the variables. Now suppose you have to give output of this code. Okay, so first of all, what is happening? A comma b comma c is equal to 5 comma 10 comma 7, means a will be assigned the value 5, b will be assigned the value 10 and 7 will be assigned to the variable c. So what will happen in memory? There will be a variable, there will be a memory block having 5, there will be a memory block having 10 and there will be a memory block having value 7, and a will be pointing to 5, b will be pointing to 10 and c will be pointing to 7. Okay, now when you come to this line, very important line over here, remember that when you have this kind of expression, देखो इसमें मैंने यहाँ डायरेक्ट वैल्यूज दे रखी थी और वो वैल्यूज इनको असाइन हो गई, लेकिन यहाँ पे देखिए क्या किया गया है, वैल्यूज डायरेक्ट नहीं लिखी गई हैं, एक्सप्रेशंस लिखे गए हैं. एंड नाउ you know what will happen? First of all the expressions on the right hand side will be evaluated और उनका जो रिजल्ट है वो यहाँ पे लाके सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया जाता है, उसके बाद असाइनमेंट का काम होता है. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, इसको देखिए कैसे करते हैं. Now this is a plus 1. What is the value of a? 5. So 5 plus 1 will be 6. Clear? Then b plus 2. What is the value of b? 10. Okay. So 10 plus 2 will be 12. Right. Then c minus 1. 7 minus 1 is equal to 6. Okay. Now see. Now assignment will take place. याद रखिएगा आपके राइट हैंड साइड के सारे एक्सप्रेशंस पहले सॉल्व होते हैं और उसके बाद असाइनमेंट का काम स्टार्ट होता है. सो नाउ 6 विल बी गिवन टू बी, 12 विल बी गिवन टू सी एंड 6 विल बी गिवन टू ए. तो अब क्या होगा देखिए, b को 6 मिला, सो b विल स्टॉप पॉइंटिंग टू 10 एंड इट विल स्टार्ट पॉइंटिंग टू 6. क्लियर? फिर c को क्या मिला? 12. So c was pointing to 7. It will stop pointing there and it will start pointing to the location where 12 is stored. Okay. Now after this 6 is assigned to a. अब a को भी 6 मिल रहा है, c b को भी 6 मिला था. So what will happen? a will stop pointing to 5 and it will start pointing to 6. मतलब a भी इसी वाले 6 को यूटिलाइज कर लेगा because both are having the same value. Now see the output. प्रिंट a कॉमा c कॉमा b. तो a की वैल्यू क्या है? 6. आउटपुट विल कम 6. देन c की वैल्यू क्या है? 12. 12 विल बी प्रिंटेड. पहले हमने c प्रिंट किया. आफ्टर दिस व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ b? 6. सो दिस इज योर आउटपुट. ओके. नाउ सी, लेट अस सी अनदर कोड व्हिच इज देयर. x comma 5 y is equal to 5 comma 8. So there will be a location 5 will be stored and 8 will be stored. X will be pointing to 5 and y will be pointing to 8. Okay, now after this see what they have done. X, y is equal to y, x. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है इस लाइन में, ध्यान रखिएगा. X, y is equal to y, x. So substitute y and x first here. यहाँ पे पहले y और x की वैल्यू सब्सटीट्यूट कर दीजिए. तो y की वैल्यू 8 है, x की वैल्यू 5 है. अब असाइनमेंट स्टार्ट करिए. तो x को क्या मिलेगा 8 और y को क्या मिलेगा 5. तो x, अब x क्या करेगा, अब 5 से हट के 8 को पॉइंट करने लगेगा. ठीक है, और ये y क्या करेगा, y को 5 मिल गया तो y विल स्टॉप पॉइंटिंग टू 8 एंड इट विल स्टार्ट पॉइंटिंग टू 5. इसके बाद अगर आप x और y को प्रिंट करोगे तो x की वैल्यू आएगी 8 और y की वैल्यू आएगी 5. इस क्वेश्चन से एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इन्फरेंस आप निकाल लीजिए दैट इफ यू वांट टू इंटरचेंज द वैल्यूज ऑफ टू वेरिएबल्स इन पाइथन then you can simply write x comma y is equal to y comma x. Okay, to swap two variables, to swap the values of two variables is done using this statement. Now see the third question. Again you have to give output of this code. So see, x comma y is equal to 7 comma 2. So what will happen in memory? You will have 7 which will be pointed by x and you will have 2 which will be pointed by y. Okay, now when we come to this statement, like I told you, पहले राइट हैंड साइड के सारे एक्सप्रेशन आप सॉल्व कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद आप वैल्यूज़ का असाइनमेंट स्टार्ट करते हैं. ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, इसको ध्यान में रखना बहुत ज़रूरी है. सो सी द वैल्यू ऑफ x इज 7, तो 7 प्लस 1 विल इवेलुएट टू 8. ठीक है, देन y प्लस 3, y इज 2, 2 प्लस 3 विल बी 5. ना x प्लस y. अब यहाँ पे कभी कभी बच्चे ये गलती करते हैं, दे थिंक दैट x प्लस 1 8 एंड दिस 8 इज असाइन टू x. ठीक है, तो अब ये क्या करते हैं, इस x की वैल्यू को 8 मान के जब यहाँ पे x और y जोड़ते हैं तो x को 8 मान के y जोड़ देते हैं. दिस विल बी रॉन्ग. रिमेंबर, first of all, don't worry what is there on the left hand side. Just solve what is there on the right hand side with these values only. यहाँ पे नहीं सोचना कि x plus 1 से 8 आ गया तो अब मैं 8 में 5 जोड़ दूँ, क्योंकि इस एक्सप्रेशन की वजह से x 8 हो गया और ये 5 हो गया. ऐसा नहीं है, आप इन्हीं वैल्यूज से ये तीनों एक्सप्रेशंस सॉल्व करेंगे. तो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट 7 plus 2 is 9. ठीक है, नाउ सी, नाउ द असाइनमेंट विल स्टार्ट. तो 8 किसको मिलेगा, x को असाइन कर देते हैं. x विल स्टॉप पॉइंटिंग टू 7 एंड स्टार्ट पॉइंटिंग टू 8. ओके, ध्यान दीजिए यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. 5 इज असाइन टू y, तो y यहाँ असाइन पॉइंट करना बंद कर देगा एंड इट विल स्टार्ट पॉइंटिंग टू द लोकेशन वेयर 5 इज स्टोर्ड. ठीक है, अब देखिए क्या हो रहा है. 9 इज असाइंड टू x. यहाँ पे x को दोबारा वैल्यू मिल गई, यहाँ मिली थी अब दोबारा मिल गई. तो x है वही वाला x, लेकिन अब नई वैल्यू मिल गई. तो ये जो x अब 8 को पॉइंट करने लगा था, अब ये 9 को पॉइंट करेगा. ये x और ये x अलग नहीं है, दे आर एग्जैक्टली सेम वेरिएबल्स. The only thing is that in this expression x is getting the value twice. तो जो वैल्यू उसको बाद में मिली वो वैल्यू ही उसके पास परमानेंटली रह गई. Now if after this you print x comma y, then x is 9, so 9 will be printed and y is 5, so 5 will be printed. So this is going to be the output. So now you have seen how to create a variable, how to initialize or assign values to a variable, and how to solve questions. So with this I end this lecture and I hope everything must be clear to you. If it is not clear, then you can write your doubts in the comment section. I'll answer to them. Thank you.